Hi, good day, all of you. Welcome to our session. Welcome to our channel, Intelligible Tutorials. In this today's session, now I want to give the clear information regarding time series forecasting. What is a time series forecasting? Here, the time series data is going to be analyzed through some kind of mathematical and statistical methods and develop the mathematical and statistical models which are going to predict and inform the strategic decisions. These models help us to take the strategic decisions. And we can conclude that these are neither extra exact prediction or not nor possible to predict the 100% accurate, we can say these models are, but when dealing with the frequently changing variables and some beyond our control variables. So we can identify the difference of frequently changing variables and some beyond our control of the variables, but we can't give the guarantee of neither predict 100% of the accuracy or not prediction 100% is sure, and nor the accuracy is 100% sure. So we are going to develop a good statistical mathematical models which are help us to take the strategic decisions. And normally predictions and forecasts are generally synonymous, but there is a notable difference between them. We can say a prediction and forecast look like similar, but there is a lot of differences there when we go deep into that. So what are the differences that now we are going to see? Here, prediction refers to the data at a general future point of time, whereas forecasting focuses on data at a specific future point of time when it occurs. So prediction is general future point of time, generally in future what it happens, generally in future how it will be, how the data will be, and how the disease will be, whether the people are deceased or not according to these symptoms, or whether the loan will be sanctions or not, such kind of the predictions at a future point of time. But what about in this particular point, what about in this particular period, uh, whenever you are going to mention, then that comes under the forecasting. Then forecasting comes onto the screen. So that is the differentiation between the predictions and as well as the forecasting, right? And the analysis of time series is often combined with series of forecasting. Normally, we can say time series prediction is not a good word. We have to use time series forecasting. In time series analysis, here models are developed to understand the underlying causes of the data. Okay, so the best suited word for time series model is we have to predict at a particular future point of time, a specific point of time. So we can say it as the time series forecasting. And by analyzing the outcomes, you can understand why they occur at that particular point of time. As a result, the forecasting takes the next step of extrapolating the future from knowledge derived from the past. Okay, so whatever knowledge we gain in the past, we can extrapolating the future particular point of time. So that is the time series forecasting. So by analyzing the outcomes, we can easily understand why that particular time, why that has occurred in that particular period of the time. And time series is a sequence of measurements of the same variables made over time. And measurements are made at evenly spaced times, for example, monthly and as well as yearly we can take. Let us first consider the problem in which we have y variable measured as the time series. As an example, we have a y measure of the global temperature with measurements observed each year. To emphasize that what we have measured values over time, we use t as subscript rather than it is usual I by t means y measured in the period of time t. So what do you understand by this? The time series is a sequence of measurements of the same variable made over different times. The measurements normally at even spaced times. For example, we can say the time forecasting that can be yearly, monthly, etc., or weekly, like that. Let us first consider the problem which have a y variable measured as a time series. We are picking a variable that is a y and it is measured as a time series. So as an example, we might have y is a measure of global temperature. For example, y can be a global temperature which measurements are observed in each year. We emphasize that we have measured values over time. We use t as a subscript rather than the usual I. So yt means y is measured at particular time period t. So y is nothing but a temperature, t is nothing but a time period. So yt means the measurement of the temperature is measured at particular time period of t, that is measured. So this is the best example of the time series. So the better suited word for the time series is the forecasting. It's not at all a predicting, and we are predicting over a particular period of the time, that is yearly yearly, monthly, or weekly? Suppose y is the temperature variable and t is the time of the monthly or weekly or yearly, whatever it is. So yt is nothing but measuring the temperature or a period of time by t, or a period of time. It may be yearly or it may be monthly, etc., etc. Now we are going to see what are the various applications of the time series forecasting. The very first one is power demand forecasting. And power demand forecasting in electrical things also we can use this. And call forecasting, inventory forecasting, supply chain forecasting, maintenance forecasting, epidemic or pandemic forecasting, and product sales forecasting. These are very good examples for the time series forecasting. Okay, so if you want to give any suggestions, please do suggest in the comment box. And if at all you didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel, Intelligible Tutorials. Thank you. Thank you.